Hello everyone! Welcome, one and all.
Guys?
Thank you for joining us. I am here today. First episode, episode 1 of InQuest VR, and I'm here with the fantastic Show Me the Money! It's the Scottish Gamer VR.
Hey,
And
guys,
it's all about the VR, baby! Tasnic Gamer. What is InQuest VR, you may all be asking? Well, as you can see, we're inside of Real VR Fishing for episode 1. And our plan is, on every episode, we're going to be live streaming from within a multiplayer game and discussing the game for the first part of the stream. We're calling it a Streamcast. And then we'll go on to chat about some of the games we've been playing, some future releases, little bit of a Q&A with yourselves, any questions you've got, any comments we'll respond to, then our VR recommendations of the week, and then we'll finish off with a bit of gameplay at the end, so we'll go off and do a bit of fishing. But that's going to be the format for each and every episode. So, gentlemen, enough of the spiel, let's crack on. Real VR fishing.
No
Talk to me.
Yeah, sure.
What's your experiences in it?
Exactly. I find it's fantastic. I like the fact that you can put your headset on and maybe you've had a bad day or that, and you can just jump into some fishing and take the scenery and that, and basically just jump in and catch some fish. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. For myself, I think we all know, as you can see from my little cabinet at the back there, I have spent far too many hours in this little environment. And yeah, I absolutely love the game. I think, you know, the Mirage Soft, they've got to be sort of one of the best people out there for supporting the game. They've announced that the next DLC is coming out June, July, and that's going to be Japan. And then I think they're doing US by the end of the year. That's their plan. And they're looking at changing the fishing styles as well, which would be quite interesting to see how they do that. Because at the moment, casting and the spinning is very much the same thing. But they're on about maybe a bit of fly fishing.
So it's so realistic. And
That's right.
have you just by looking around? I mean, you've got a lodge, you've got your trophy cabinet. Obviously, you've got a second medal there. Midlife has, but you've got a fantastic fish tank, and I think that is probably the best thing in this game.
I know.
What have you to
Yeah, I think that as a reward,
and you can
just being
stop and
able to
change it.
see what fish you're catching, and it's the same with the,
Correct.
you know, the saltwater tank, which is through there. We'll have a look at a bit later on. I think, you know, the fights you have with the fish, you get. I'm finding that I'm playing alongside actual real fishermen now, because they've found the game over the last few months, and they're actually playing it, and you talk to them and they're actually talking like real fishermen, and they're saying, you know, about where they normally fish and what they're catching, and they find this to be one of the best experiences in gaming, as close as they've got to being real fishing for them. And it's a challenge,
Right.
because you know, the bigger fish, they're so random that when you're out there fishing, you've got to wait for. I played it the other night, and I didn't get a single shark, and yet people were coming in beside me, which is really annoying. Cast out the first cast and hook a shark, and I'll be sitting there going. In fact, there was one person that came in, caught one rare fish, and I was so annoyed about it because I've been there for 2 hours trying to catch it that he left the room.
Wow.
I think I wasn't abusive or anything, but I was just like, I cannot believe you just done that. I've been here 2 hours changing the cast. He came in and literally threw it out there, and he said, "Oh, I'm only using this cast and this reel." I said, "I've been using that for 2 hours and nothing." And yeah, next person came in. 2 or 3 fish later, they caught it as well, and so people were coming into the room, and it is just that is it, because that is much like real fishing. Okay, so what have we been playing then? Shall we start with you, Scottish? What you've been playing over the last week or so?
Certainly. This week I've been playing Synth Rider's new DLC, which came out, which has 5 songs that you can buy for $5.99 at the moment. 2 of these songs are Moose. So you have the new algorithm. See, I will get it out. Song that we can play through. I've been playing an indie game, which is basically it's adapted from the old Snake game that you get on a Nokia mobile phone. Yeah, Space Slurpees.
Yeah.
Yep. Where you're a illuminated snake and you're trying to feed it food which is around you, and you're basically just moving your controllers so that you're not colliding onto yourself or there's other players in the arena. But you also
is it a multiplayer experience?
Not yet. So what it is you are actually playing with other people in the environment that you're in, but you're not competing against each other. You're just using the same environment. But the developer has told me that when the game does finally come out, there is going to be environments where you can have a group multiplayer in it. And I found it really good. It's one of these games, guys, where if you're new to the Oculus, you can put the headset on and you can jump in. There's nothing difficult. Like I said, you're just basically moving your hands, and it's just got a fantastic
when I saw your clip of your video, I thought it was just that, because I said, I thought it was an art thing, because it looked like Art Pulse to me. Some of the visuals they used are very similar. And then when I watched it a bit further, I thought, oh no, he's actually controlling, and he's actually collecting things. So does your Slurpee, does it get longer the more you eat?
It gets longer and longer, and what you have is like a wee space robot that's following you around, and he's telling you what percentage you're growing by what you're eating around you. So you have like small triangle objects in different colours. The goal basically at the moment is to get 3 stars within that level, which then unlocks the next level for you basically to progress onto the next one at the moment. But like I was saying, the developer is hoping to get leaderboards in, and you'll see in the demo, if you play it, you currently only have 3 environments that you can play in, but it shows you and basically hidden in behind the screen that they've got up, the other levels that you can open.
And that's on SideQuest, is it that one?
That's on SideQuest for free at the moment. So basically, once you go into SideQuest, there's a link at the top of the description which takes you to itch.io.
And the other game I saw you playing was Mare, which is one that I played myself. And
Mare is a fantastic, as you know, it's a fantastic puzzle maze game where you have a girl character that you're trying to get through these corridors, through the rooms, to collect these blue crystal cats, which isn't easy. I'll admit that I haven't got them all myself, guys. If you but graphically, it's just I found it to be fantastic. Again, if you're subscribed to my channel, I've played the whole game and I put it into sections. But yeah, I found it was a game that I couldn't put down. I had to finish it.
Same here. But I went in and I thought I'm going to play for an hour or so, and and I'll get as far as I can in that hour, and it just grabbed me again. And it's telling a story without words, isn't it? There's no actual narration at all.
That's right.
And most of the time you're thinking, what the hell is going on there? You've got these balloons that are floating across in front of you, and you are sort of guiding a mechanical bird, which can only go from point to point.
Right.
It seems like he can't stray too far from power zones, can he? I think it's time we talked about some of your games now, Taz.
I've actually had a quick look at the warplanes.
Oh yeah.
Demo. I actually only got the demo.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, I'm not very good at flying games. I always crash. But I had to go on there anyway, and I thought that was absolutely well done. It absolutely looks brilliant, that game. I've watched some other videos, footage of it as well, where you can drop bombs and a lot more to it. I messed around with the flare gun. I thought that was kind of cool. But I crashed into it. I can tell you, I crashed into a tank, a blimp, and then I even crashed into, I think it was the water. If not, it was the land anyway. But I just came skyrocketing down, and instead of pulling up, it went down.
Whatever I hit, it hurt.
It has some spectacular crashes. I actually put a video up on the channel.
Yeah, I got the full game, and I have to say, it's going to be a bit controversial, but I had more fun playing this than I've had playing Squadrons, and I think it's the simplicity of the controls.
Definitely.
I think Squadrons is great fun, and if you're a Star Wars fan, then it's got everything that, you can get lost in the story mode and everything, and I like that side of it. But Squadrons, for me, if you go into a multiplayer thing, it's finding the balance of getting the right craft and working with other people, the tactical side of it, and I get lost, and and I quite often,
and there's a lot.
It's like when you're going to like a shooter, first person shooter, and you for the first time, and you meet people that are on level 80 or something, and as soon as you go in, there's a bloke on your tail and he's shooting you, and you don't know how to get away.
And don't forget about looking at the back of your tail to make sure you can see all the bullet holes.
I didn't have to look at the tail; it was all in the wings.
I was
in the wing,
But it's a game.
Because you got the old style warplanes.
It's a game that I didn't know anything about, and then I started to hear people were putting little notes up about it because it's been around for a little while.
It's available on SideQuest.
Yeah, and it's available on SideQuest. It's $9.99, which I think is a good price point for it. But I do think Oculus maybe missed out on a trick there, because to me that should have been on the main store. That's the sort of game. That's simple.
Well, we don't know whether they tried to get it on. We don't know what happened there.
No, we don't. But if I was Oculus, that would be the sort of thing that I'd be looking to put on there.
I've also been played. It was on Steam VR. I found it the other day. It's called Milky. What was it called? Milky Way Funland.
Milky Way Funland.
Yes. It's actually like a little theme parky type thing with like a roller coaster and like series of mini games. I obviously tried the roller coaster to start with. I crashed and burned, we could say, on that one. But it's quite immersive in the respect that you can actually, the best way to describe it is you start and you've got a table in front of you with, I think it's about 6 different like little flags on. And it's obviously the layout of the roller coaster. When I say roller coaster, it's only like one. It's not like the loops or anything. But and you must have like rocks coming at you and different things that get in your way, and you can actually turn. If you work out where the things are and look at the layout, you can actually stop them from happening so they don't hit you. I got hit, obviously, but once you get it worked out, you can actually turn them off and change direction of the track if you need to get around. So like you reverse around it.
Have they done that so
really
that
cool
for replayability, so that you on your first go you definitely won't make it through unless you fluke it?
Oh no! I went straight into a rock and someone spoon-tamed at me, and then some guy with a hammer, I think it was, came down and got me.
Can you duck or dodge them, or is it like there's no way avoiding it?
You're in a little mine.
Yeah, I know, but you can move about. Can you move back and he misses you?
A stop lever.
So you got to brake and accelerate.
Obviously, I wasn't aware of that.
You brake and accelerate.
Accelerate, not really brake. If anything, just pull. You pull like a side brake on a minecart.
Oh yeah.
it's always cool when you've been in a minecart. and then it's got some mini games as well. Because I was actually playing this on virtual desktop. I was like wire free, which is the best way to play the games. And there's this thing called, I think you guys will know more about it than what I would call whack-a-mole. I think it's called.
With the old hammer,
skeleton in this case.
You don't have whack-a-mole in New Zealand?
And they were popping up down. Oh, probably.
Whack the wife.
But I had this hammer, and I was whacking these skeletons, and I was trying to win some tickets. It's actually a multiplayer game, I believe, but it's also got in-app purchasing for tickets. It's like a little theme parky thing, but in space thing. So I saw Chewbacca walking around like an alien. I was actually dancing with a little alien lady. That was kind of fun. But and then the best thing I found though, because there's all these different mini games. So you got like some things you shoot and stuff, and like a pedal. It's like a tennis, if you will. You hit a ball and you got to break some of the boxes in front of you, and then not let it get past you. There was that.
Right, okay.
But the best one was actually what I'd class as prehistoric pinball. Now, I take this back to the Flintstones era. You basically have to release the ball, you've got like a big lever, and you actually have to physically walk over and pull the lever backwards. And that releases the ball. It's a little bit slow, I'll give you that. But then you've also got little pop-up and little handhold grip things you hold. And then you've also got your triggers that do the, I don't know if you see my hands here, but you got the bumpers.
The flapper.
Yeah. It works.
Little tickle.
Yeah. So you actually have to hold the grips and the bumpers.
That was the thing that intrigued me most when I watched your video, because it reminds me of carnival games, and there was I think it was called Summer Funland, so I'll be interested to see if it's by the same people.
And my latest edition was Power Beats VR. Now that's also, I got it on Steam VR, I managed to get that. And that's actually a rhythmic, it's sort of like your synth riders that Scott's been playing, but it's, because you know me, I love my rhythm games. I mean, I started off with Beat Saber, but it's actually a rhythmic sort of fitness workout as such. And what it is actually, I think it's got like 24 different songs, official tracks that they've got for it. So I think it's 2 volumes it's split up into. You can actually have custom songs, which if you saw my video that I put out last week, I actually put a VR baby in there, and a couple of my songs. I thought I'd just try them.
You keep pushing them, Taz. I'm not buying it.
Couldn't miss.
No.
Wait until you get monetization on your own music.
Yeah, that's right. But I thought, to show on Steam, I thought that was quite ideal, because I compose them in that myself. So I put them together. So basically what it is, it's a cross though between your synth riders, not so much the Beat Saber, although I've got hammers now, I unlocked last night. But basically your synth riders, a bit of O-shape, and then I guess I've never actually played Box VR. I think it's changed its name now, but you know what I mean by Box VR.
Fitness.
And it's where you have to do them in succession and hit like left and right hooks and things like that. And it's all based off that. And the stronger you hit, then the more experience points you can get, the more you get for high scores.
That's very similar to Box VR. It's all about the timing and the strength of the punch in Box VR. Is exactly the same thing. That's
right. Yeah. So it's similar to that, except these things you've got like spears coming at you. And they have multicolored ones. So like, you can have like silver ones, you could have blue ones. And there's like 4 different environments, and you've got everything from like space, if you will, to a medieval castle, should I say. That's just like 2 of them, if you will. But there's 4 different environments. We call them themes, if you will. So they each have their own immersive themes.
Nice. Great.
Synth Riders. Talk to us.
So like I was saying before, guys, Synth Riders have released a new DLC which has Moose in it, 2 tracks. If you can comment down below right now, what is Moose's first album called?
So Scottish is asking,
So that is
what was the first album released by Muse? And the first person to put that in the comments will win the code. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, so Synth Riders, Scottish. What's the difference with these tracks? Have they changed, like, say, the visuals of it at all? The settings?
Yeah. So what we've got, a new environment where we have some 80s inspired keyboards actually in front of us. But Synth Riders, one of the ones where I always go back because of the music is there, and it's the kind of music that I grew up with. So hopefully somebody in the chat has answered correctly, guys. If you're still
they
there.
have. The first person to come through is Battlehead with the correct answer, which is Showbiz. Well done.
Fantastic.
Well done. And after, if you
done.
could send me a DM, Battlehead, and I will send you the code once we've finished the show today. Congratulations. And
Fantastic, mate. Hope you
well
enjoy it.
done.
Well
and
done,
you'll
well
love
done,
it.
well done, guys.
I mean, there's something about Synth Riders, for me, that I prefer it to Beat Saber.
The whole game overall's done so well, like you say about the movement and that. It's there because I would actually put that down to getting towards a fitness game as well, because it is very moving.
It is. Yeah.
That's the best way to say it. You are literally all over the show, and it has you. The best thing I like about them, as opposed to Beat Saber, and this no one sort of touched on yet, is and this is the same with my Power Beats VR as well, is you have the streamers that you have to follow, and you've got to stay on the line.
Yeah.
It's like a wave.
The river
And
lines,
that's the same with the one last night.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But there's a lot longer streams in that. And the other thing as well with the differences with Synth Rider and Synth Riders, should I say, is where you've got your two hands you bring in to get the yellow ball. And how you can pick one
mixes
hand
it up,
to
so you've got
actually
the green
so
where
people,
you hit
if
with
haven't
one
played
hand, you've
Synth
got to keep
Riders,
hitting it with that. The yellows is the two hands. Obviously, you've got your colours either side,
right.
but they swap it
There's only those
over
three
quite
things you've got to
often.
remember,
Though.
so
That's the bit that gets me. It's like you'll be
I find
doing the
myself
strange
going like this all the
combinations,
time.
but it is right. You are like you're almost, at a disco or something like that, where you're doing the old dad dancing.
That's it.
One thing I think I can talk about that we haven't talked about already is Hitman.
Definitely.
Is that came out yesterday, so I've not played a massive amount of it. If you watched me yesterday, I've probably done about 2.5 hours, but just in the one area really, and because I kept failing.
wow.
But it has to be, since Saints and Sinners, it is, for all its faults, and there are a few which I will sort of say and talk about, and I think a lot of people have already spoken about them on different streams and reviews and bits and pieces. It is polished. It's highly polished. When you're walking through, you've got all the characters that are having conversations and doing their own little thing, and you're scanning basically for your target. But to get to that target, it's not purely a case of just making your way there, because there's always an obstacle in the way. So you have to fathom out how you're going to get there. So it might be you'll need to change costumes or uniforms 4 times to enable you to get access to him. Or, as some people did, I tried it and failed miserably, you can find a weapon and just run straight at him. And if you can get to him, then fantastic. But most of the time, once there's lots of guards on the level that I was on, and everybody recognises you. See all these eyes. So when you scan, these eyes appear, and it's people that will recognise you. So if you go back and you're too close to them, they recognise you. And I thought, oh well, I've just got to change my outfit. So I changed my outfit, and they recognise your face. And they all shout out, and you're running around like a headless chicken. So you really do need to be quite stealthily about it, because just members of the public that's in there, or the waitresses and things like that, they will keep an eye out for you. And I was hiding in a corner thinking nobody's going to get me here. And one of the women that had seen me walked into the room and was pointing at me. It was like giving me away. I was like, I have to go over and kill her or something like that. And then it's like
I've seen
yeah,
it before.
it's amazing, that side of things. Yeah, the depth of it on that side is absolutely brilliant, and you can play it how you want. Like I say, you can go in and you can be gun-ho, get the guns out, and that will work on some levels. But in that area, because there's a lot of public, there's no way you're doing that, because as soon as you shoot one person, there's guards all over the place with guns. But please, IO Interactive, put motion controls in it. I do not understand why you can't do it. It's you know, for me, that would straight away, it would be up there as a 9 or a 10. For me at the moment, it's an 8, because I can play it for a period of time, but I get frustrated with the fact that the controls let it down a bit. And the other thing that they do as well is, like, you've not got jump. So, you know, it have vault over an object. So you walk up to it and you press X, and then you'll just appear on the other side of it. So that things like that take you out of the.
No, right, okay.
And then you're to climb up. You know, you're not doing that. Whereas we're all used to, aren't we? Now in VR games, is grabbing hold of things and climbing up it. It's like things like that is a real shame, and it's like they've got 75-80% of the way doing the game to be perfect, and it's like those final 25%. Yes, I did do maths at school. There's you know, is a bit that lets it down for me for being an absolute necessity, because I think people that play VR a lot will bear with it because they know it's a fantastic game. Let's check on some of the comments and see who we've got here. So Rocket Tommy's been in. Paradise Decay's in there. Hello, Paradise.
Oh yeah,
PD Inside VR. Hello to you. Ready Player Rick.
Hey, nothing.
Shantae. Hello. Nick, I don't know if you're still there. She said that you don't like touching fish, Taz.
No, I don't like touching fish. I don't know. Fish, but I just don't do. I get someone else to take the fish. That's what I like.
Well, this is why you love this. This is why you love real VR fishing.
I do have another code to give away. So this time, I don't. Will we just drop it into the comments?
What we're going to do
or would you like to do something
this
different?
giveaway? What we're looking for you to do in the comments, guys. What is your favourite news track? And then what we will do is we will do a draw. We'll give it, say, till next Wednesday. So it'll end on Wednesday. So put a comment in the video up until next Wednesday. Then after Wednesday, we will do a draw and announce who the winner of the Synth Riders code is. So good luck, everyone, with that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And good luck, guys.
Brilliant.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
I think we have got to the time where I can go mad and go fishing. You don't know what it's like.
Yay!
So are we going to show them
we can do. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to see?
Oh, I'm sure they'll want to see you.
They want to see my boat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Let's go outside.
And your fish tank.
Well, if you've not been into real VR fishing for a while, Taz, that's spooky. He's come through for the door. If you've not been into real VR fishing for a while, the latest update they did over the festive period, they've now introduced a selection of boats. So in freshwater, you've got a number of boats. You can change the colours. And whenever you're on one of the boating lakes, you can use any one of those customised to your own style. Or in the saltwater one now, you've got a number of boats as well. This will freak Taz out. So you can buy you have to buy all the boats like you did before. But once you've bought all the boats, that opens up the free submarine. So you can change the colour. So of course it has to be yellow submarine.
We're all living on a yellow submarine.
So this is the saltwater, which you open up once you get to level 15.
Look at that.
Once you get to level 15, you can start catching saltwater fish. But one of the things we didn't discuss was with multiplayer, it now allows people that are below you on the levels, even if they haven't got to the saltwater levels, you can go in and fish with people, which is superb now, because one of the frustrating things is, like any RPG, is you start off at level 1 and you're seeing all these people that have catches. You make yourself at home, Taz. You know. Do you want me to put the kettle on?
I ain't got nothing like this.
Yeah.
You got one.
Yeah.
Puppy,
So you know you can come in and you can actually
like.
you will actually get a shark on the end of your line, but I'll be very surprised if you catch it, because you've got to build up, you know, and buy the rods, and the rods that you need to catch the sharks.
Sorry guys, he's no one to cut.
No.
No, there's no kettle.
Oi, you two!
Yes,
Leave him alone. I've cleaned this.
Where's your fridge?
Do you mind? Wipe
Sorry,
your feet.
I thought you made
Wipe
it on
your
holiday.
feet. Yes, no. Well, it's £85 a night for 2. And I'm afraid it's self-service. Yes, I am somebody that has had aquariums all my life. Even when I was a kid, I had a little goldfish bowl in my room and had like marine fish tanks. So for me, this is brilliant, because I know they're not going to die. I can switch it off, I'll come back and they'll still be there. That's brilliant. It is fantastic to have something like that.
Yeah, you got the stones. You got the stone walls and the trees and all that. Is it like the other one?
Yes,
where you
so
can chop and change, or you got more?
This is just got, when
use?
you get it, it's just block work and the gravel and the bubbles coming up. Everything else you see in there has been bought or caught. There's a catch line.
Okay.
Everything I own, I bought or caught myself.
Bought or caught. Yeah.
Knows. So shall we go off and do a bit?
I want
Let's go and any
Definitely.
particular
Yeah,
number?
Let's go do some fishing.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, anything that's got sharks.
Anything that's got sharks.
Let's go try and catch a shark. You say we can't, but we're
18. Yeah, we'd do it.
18.
There's sharks here.
Oh,
Look at you.
Watching.
Hello. Hello,
Pink
sailor.
coat.
Here we go,
Let's
guys.
go.
Sexy mama.
Oh,
I
straight
follow my
in.
hand, eh? Does it keep my settings that I had? I
It's a
bet you it
pimple
does.
beam.
It's trial and error, this Scotty.
Yeah, I don't know how well
No.
I'll do, guys, but I'll try my best.
What we'd do,
I'm gonna
I had
see you.
started doing not the biggest fish competition. I'd started doing the smallest fish, because then anybody can catch the smallest fish. So what we'd do
Alright.
Hey, do you
after
have
this,
the
we'd
music?
do because this
You
one's a
catch
big
something?
one. I don't want to give you a head start. We'd do smallest fish competition.
Oh,
Right?
that'll be me. Yeah, because I've changed mine to, is it the middle one now?
Oh,
the
yeah.
advanced I'm on now with the different, where you got the actual
Oh,
fish
I've lost
finder
one.
little thing
Yeah.
that pops up.
Are you finding that easier?
I thought that
Or
was pretty cool, but is there no fish finder?
yeah,
Oh, I got something.
do you find that easier, Taz, or not? Oh,
Oh, look at
yeah,
that
you had it
nice.
as well.
Wow.
Yee.
That was a
Oh, it
tuna.
got away. Did you see
Tuna.
it? I saw it. I
Yeah.
saw it. A tuna.
Yeah.
Is it a tuna?
I'm going back that way
Hey, I've
because
got- how is
I've
it
got a
catch?
tuna
Got
on
it.
the end of this one.
You're all
For
right.
some reason, I was
I've
aiming for the
distracted myself.
top.
There we go.
Baby.
Whoa.
Hope you guys all enjoyed the show
Yeah,
today.
thank you everyone for your
That
comments,
was
for coming
episode
in,
1
and
of,
your likes.
InQuest VR.
Really appreciate it.
Exactly. Thanks, guys.
It's good fun, and I think what we're looking at doing is it's going to be fortnightly, isn't it? It's obviously because of the time differences
I think
Yeah.
so,
and
yeah.
all our work patterns.
Oh,
You
here we
know,
go.
it's difficult for us to promise that we're going to do it on a fortnightly basis, but we would love to make it a regular thing. And the idea is that the amount of multiplayer games that are available for the Quest, each episode we do will be in a different one. So when Real VR Fishing gets some more updates, we can always come back in and show this one again. But there's shooters, Beat Saber. So whoa,
Yay!
first one.
Well done.
So there's
Well done.
There's lots of us to share with you guys and show you, and it'll be different each time. What's going on
Oh,
here?
he got a big barrel. He got one too.
I think so. What size was? No, that's going to be unfair. Because look at that. You get what size was? I've not won. That's for sure, is it? Like the smallest fish, isn't it?
But did you see the size of the other thing I had? That I tried to get?
It's not the size that matters.
That was probably one of the biggest things I've ever caught.
That's what you can
Yeah.
do with it. Yeah.
You let it go because you didn't want to touch it.
Right, it's not the size that matters.
I don't like touching fish.
Jump off. No, that's right, I don't. Okay,
Yeah,
you think?
you don't know where they've been.
I went fishing when we were away, and yeah, that's what Nick's on about.
So you don't mind catching them, you just don't want to bring them in.
I lost it.
That's right, that's right. I catch him, and then someone else has to undo it.
Hey, well,
Hey, but look at that fish though, look at the effort. Look at how
Giant.
value
Yeah.
you just got. Wow, that's
Yeah.
that, unfortunately that's not right. Here we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
Ready? Smallest fish. Remember the size of it.
Right.
Competition.
Well, you should be able to take a snapshot anyway, shouldn't you?
Oh yeah, but you just, when it tells you, it come in with like how many centimetres it is or something, so you just have to remember what size.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's not a biggie. I'm feeling confident. Oh, bollocks! Pardon me.
I like the way it's
Shut
in
up!
the line.
I don't want to. It's typical, isn't it? Oh no! Sorry, everybody there. I was saying that before we started the show, if Taz swears, he's going to have to sit in the
I
corner.
lost that one.
I'm going to have to put myself in the corner.
I had one.
Oh no!
There we
I
go.
can't believe this.
1.048.
Is that one that you got over there?
Yeah.
That jumped midlife? Have you got that on
Yes,
your line?
unfortunately.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm saying unfortunately. This is what I've been hunting for.
All right. But if you look up there, I don't know if you guys can see mine, but you can see the rod, how it really takes the strain.
Yeah,
and
it's
everything.
fantastic.
Like, you see Midlife one.
The
and
realism of the game.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
The locations, the way the fish, you know, the fight with the fish and everything.
There, got a little one. Okay, I got a 25.5.
Oh, I think
in a minute, so say
Scottish
25
won that one.
centimetres.
Yeah, 1.048.
Try again. I would have won had I caught that other big thing that jumped off.
Wow, look at that, guys.
Is that the
Yeah.
Mako then?
I think it is.
Alright.
So that'll be number 4. Only 11 to go after this one. I've got to get it in first though.
Wow.
Oh, this one's really small, 0.5.
Oh, what? Oh no, it's going to run away. No, I'm losing him.
Oh, he knocked mine off. Your
No,
fish just
give
knocked
me
my fish
that.
off.
You,
No, it did, I hit
you're
one.
rubbish.
Serious.
You just saw that was bigger
And then
than
your
Scottish
fish
is.
snapped my line.
You saw it was bigger than Scottish is, and you let it go.
It snapped
Yeah.
my line. It snapped my line, I tell you.
Oh no! It's putting up a fight. Can one of you not drive your boat out there and just knock it on the head? Save me this.
No.
I know.
They won't let us. Oh, I'm going to have a look in my boat actually.
No, it's done it again. Missed
Wow.
it again. Just gets to that.
But like, do you not think it's so with the sounds
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything, like you've got the nature sound above, You've got the splashes. By the way, I got a good photo the other day, Midlife, of your shark
you?
mid-air. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took the photos. Oh, I can't walk on the boat. Why can't I walk on the boat? My fish
No,
tank.
you can't. You can.
Normally you can walk on the boat. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no, you can walk about
Oh,
if
wait,
it's
let me
room
explore the
scale.
boat.
You can walk about it, but you can't actually. Not. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, it's gone again.
wow.
Yeah, it's all the animations and everything that amaze me. You got all those cars going along on the bridge. You got birds flying overhead on
Yeah.
some of them. You know, you
I was
you
taking a
have the
selfie.
clouds going over. It snows on
I
one
must
of the
admit,
levels.
the costumes are fantastic today, guys. He looks different than Father Christmas, doesn't he, Scottish?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we're out of festive
He was
season.
Father Christmas on his
Santa's
yellow submarine.
Santa's got time off now.
What about the Easter bunny?
Well, there you go.
Hey,
If you can find an Easter Bunny outfit in real
coming.
VR fishing, I'll wear it. Just for you,
I don't know,
Taz.
you obviously put the Santa one in. I couldn't dress up as Santa, so it must be something
Yeah, I
you
think
got.
you did.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
the Christmas one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not available
Come in.
anymore, doesn't look like.
Come on,
I could have the
come
white
on.
skin and everything.
get in. It's a tiger shark after all
Hey,
that.
Look at that, guys.
Well,
Yeah, after all that, I wanted a Mako.
Wow. 307
Yeah, no,
centimetres.
no. It was 3
Hey?
centimeters. It's your eyesight's bad. Must be those glasses, Taz.
No.